So hey everyone. So in this video I'm going to explain the topic of that is concept of constructor and destructor. So in previous OOPS lecture we have seen the that is class concept of class and class and objects, and in this lecture I have been I am just sharing the knowledge of that is constructor and destructor. So constructor is basically it is a we can say special function that is that will be called when we create any object. It will be called automatically. So this constructor is a, we can say, a special function that is invoked automatically at the time of object creation. And there are some features of the constructor. The first feature will be the name of the constructor will be same as the name of the class. So if I have the class name, that is, if I have class that is a class A, so inside this class I have one constructor that will have same name that of class. For example, we have to name of this class is A, so we have to write with the name of the this class and to write the function, and inside this function we have to write the constructor. So I am writing this is hello, this is constructor, this is constructor. So and it does not have any return type and it does not take any argument. So yeah, that's all about the constructor, and it does not have any return time, and it is used usually mainly to initialize the objects. So for example, if I have to initialize the object with the default we can say with the user input value, so we can use the there is concept of this constructor. So with the help of constructor we can initialize our objects. And there are basically there are many types of constructor. The first type is that is constructor overloading is simply it is the name of the function which has same name but it takes different argument. For example, if there is we can say this is constructor 1. So this constructor has name A, and so let's take it takes an argument that is x. It takes only one argument, and I create another constructor that will take two arguments. So we have the same name as that, we have same class name but different arguments. So this is called the constructor overloading. So this is called the process of constructor overloading. So this is also called the parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor is basically is the constructor which is taking any parameter, and constructor that is that does not take does not take any arguments or parameter, we can say, does not take any argument. So it is called the default constructor. So in last time, so previously I have made the default constructor. If it does not have any we can say it does not have any argument, so it is default constructor. This is default constructor. So this is default constructor, and this is an parameterized constructor which takes an argument. For example, in this case we are taking the two integers in the argument. So this is parameterized constructor. So this is parameterized constructor. And constructor overloading is if function of the name is same but the number of arguments are different. So this is the called the constructor overloading, and we will see the constructor with the help of an example. For example, I have a class that is customer class, in which we have name, account number, and balance, and another pointer that is ROI. So the default constructor will be simply the name. I have simply what I have done here is simply I have initialized this we can say member variable with the default values. So this is and default constructor, and if I take any we can say parameters in our that constructor, it is called the parameterized constructor, and we can accept this we can say this argument in the main function, where any user can simply we can say simply give the give the give the argument of same type we can say. So this is we can say parameterized constructor. So another constructor is that is constructor overloading. We have seen that the function name is same but different number of argument. And inline constructor is simply in inline constructor what we are doing is we are simply writing in the same only in same line, and we are simply initializing this, that is name string a to name a and account number and balance. So this is inline constructor. So another constructor is that another type, that is copy constructor, which is used to copy the constructor. So we use the in copy constructor we use the concept of reference, we can say reference, that is and sign. We use this to copy the one constructor to another. So so in this case there so in this we can say in this when we use this reference variable, the it does not contain any new copy. It will simply we can say simply it can change the original value rather creating the new value. So using a reference allows the constructor to directly access and copy the values from the original object, and rather than creating a new, it will not create any new object. It will simply we can say modify these values to our previous existing class. So this is the concept of constructor. In the first in our main function I have created a and customer, that is object one, that is c1, and I have called the display function with the c1 dot display, and I have given the this parameters, these arguments, for example neha and 4 and 738. So this is the we can simply initialize these member variables with the we can say with the user given arguments. So c2 dot display will give these values. So this is the concept of constructor. So simply constructor is mainly used for initializing the our objects, and it does not have any return type, and it is of various type. That is we have seen that there are various types of constructor, that is inline constructor, constructor overloading, parameterized and default constructor, and we can say copy constructor, in which we use the reference variable. In we use the reference variable because we do not need any copy. We need to modify that particular we can say information to the original we can say original object, rather than creating a new copy of the objects. So using the reference variable is directly we can say access the original values, and rather than we can create a new if we do not write this variable, it will create an extra we can say copy, and this will give also give an error. So let's suppose if I don't write this, I do not write this reference variable. Let's see what happened. So it will I think is it will give the error. Yeah, so it will give the error because yeah there is. So copy constructor for class customer may not have the parameter of type customer. So we have to simply use the reference variable. So by using the reference variable, we will avoid to create. We can avoid with the we can say by creating this by using the reference variable we can directly access and copy the values to the original object rather than the copying to the new rather than creating the new objects. So after that constructor, we will see the concept of destructor. So destructor is a function that will be invoked when automatically when our object is going our object is going to destroy it. So it is the last function. It is the last function that is going to called that is going to be called when our object is destroyed. So it is used to free the it is mainly used for we can say free the memory in we can say free the memory dynamically. For example, if we have any pointer that is using any extra memory dynamically, so we can use we at the end we can use to this destructor to simply delete that memory and free that memory dynamically. So destructor do not have any return type and they do not take any parameter, and they declare with the they declare with its tilde we can say tilde sign. And yeah, in this example, for example, this I have one this constructor, this is parameterized constructor which is taking two parameters, that is name and balance. And name will be stored in the name variable and the balance will be storing in the heap memory. So we will simply in this case the memory will be allotted to the heap memory. So the pointer is pointing to the heap, we can just say heap memory. So we can free with the help of the destructor. So the concept of destructor here comes into play. Concept of destructor will be used to free the memory which is allocated dynamically. For example, in this case, so we have the destructor customer, so we have to simply delete the balance because we are using this memory dynamically. So we have to simply at the end the destructor is called and is used to free the we can say memory. So this is the whole concept behind this destructor. So it does not have any return time and it does not take any argument. So this is destructor. So yeah, this the output is giving destructor is called. So yeah, this is used to free the memory in the if. So this is the whole concept behind the constructor and destructor. So let's move to the next our next, that is static member function. So for example, if I am making the class of bank and I have to simply check that how many customer are there in that bank particular bank, and I have to see that we can say I have to see that what is the total balance of the bank of that particular bank. And simply this variable, that is total customer or we can say total balance, is same for is is only one for we can say only one for we can say only one for that bank. And we can say it is for example static member function is used to count the total number of total number of objects in that particular class. So So it is declared using the static keyword, and only one copy of that member is created for the entire class, and is shared, it's shared all the shared by the all the objects. So it is initialized before any object of the class is created. So so for example, total balance in the present in any bank is example of static member function. That is, and these static member function, accessing static member function or static, so we can say this is shared common among all the classes. So this is declared with the static keyword. So this is the example of bank. So yeah, this is how to this is how the we can say static member functions are initialized. We can directly initialize with the double in we can say double quotes. Next comes the concept of encapsulation. So encapsulation is simply binding of data variables and member function into a single unit. We can say yeah, we can simply, this is the wrapping of data and information into a single unit while controlling access to them is called the data hiding. And it is used to we can say it is used to fill the right information, and it is used to, we can say, for example, if we are simply if any user fills in the age any user fills -5 in the age column is, so it does not means make any sense. So we have to control this age variable with the help of the functions. So encapsulation give the power to uh, we can say simply control these variables with the help of the encapsulation. So yeah, simply a process of encapsulation is the wrapping of data and information into single unit while controlling access to them. It is called the data hiding. After that, the abstraction is simply displaying only essential information and hiding the details. We can say hiding the details. So abstraction is simply means, you can say you can say simply displaying only any essential information, and you can say hiding the whole, we can say, whole process, backend process. So for example, if we all are using in present time, we are all are using the Instagram, and when we send message to anyone, or we can say anyone, so we do not need to uh, know the whole mechanism behind the how the message is transferred and what type of protocol it is taking. So we have to simply, we do not need to know the whole process of behind this message transferring. And also there is another example. For example, we are simply crediting, we can say we can crediting cash from the ATM. So we do not need know the mechanism of whole, we can say whole, how the money is coming from the ATM. And we do not need to know the whole process behind this, we can say, credit. So this whole process is called the abstraction. So we only need to display the only essential information, so and hiding the all details. So for example, in C++ there is a sort function. So this is a sort function. So so we so this is sort function, which we are using in C++. So this is build, we can say STL built-in function. So we do not need to know that what type of mechanism is involved in this particular sort, or you can say this function. So so this is the example of, you can say, sort abstraction. So abstraction is hiding the is initial, we can say hiding the whole detail behind the, we can say, whole mechanism. So another is friend function. So friend function, a function is a not a member function of a class to which it is friend. So it is declared with the help of the friend function, and it is we can say defined outside the class when it is a friend. And so it cannot access directly through the object. For example, in this case we are using for example, this is class complex which has private members, that is a and b, and another constructor that is set a set b, and we have to simply show data a and b. So declare, so outside the class, so we are declaring within the class, and we are defining the that friend function with the friend keyword. We are declaring inside the class with the friend keyword, and we are defining that friend, we can say that friend function outside the class, and we write we defining that function, and we will simply access with the dot operator, and this will give our desired output. So friend function can become friend to one or yeah, if we have to use two objects in, we can say we have to use two particular objects. So we need if we need, अगर हमें दो क्लासेस के मेंबर वेरिएबल को यूज करना है चाहता हूँ एक साथ, तो with the help of, oh, if I have to use members of both the classes in at a one time. If I have to use the we can say, if I have to use the member functions of both the classes at one time, so I need the help of the friend function. So this is class B, this is class A. So there are two classes, so I have to simply need the sum of these two classes. So with the help of friend function, I can use the member functions of both the classes at a single time. So with the help of friend function we can do this. So in the next lecture, that is inheritance, inheritance means the capability of a class to derive property from the inherited another class, property or characters from the another class. So there are mainly 2 to 3, I think 4 type of inheritance. That is single inheritance, there is only one base class, and you can say drive class used to properties of parent class. Another is, that is multi-level. So in multi-level, a class can inherit from another class, and then a third class can inherit from the second class, forming a chain of inheritance. So here two or more classes are involved. So if the first class is inheriting from the second class, the second class will also act as a subclass for another, that is third class. So this is multi-level. And hierarchical means one class have many children. So this forms a tree-like structure. In hybrid inheritance, there is a combination of multiple types of inheritance within a single program. So it includes mixture of single inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. There is also I think multi-level inheritance is also there. So in Java, there is multi-level and multiple and multi-level inheritance are not supposed because because in multi-level inheritance we encounter with the diamond. You can say we get the problem. Diamond problem is uh, the occurs when the class inherits from for example, if a class is inherit from two classes that have common ancestor, so there will be conflicting methods or fields is the common ancestor, and it will create ambiguity in the data. And to avoid diamond problem, we can say diamond problem, we can you make the use of interface. So Java does not suppose this multiple inheritance, in other what we can say multiple class simultaneously. This limitation contrast to other programming language. Okay. So Java does not support multiple inheritance, and we can say multi-level inheritance. That is polymorphism. Polymorphism means many forms, and in other words, polymorphism is message to be displayed ability of a message to be displayed in one then other form. So it is of two time, that is compile and runtime. So we can define polymorphism as the ability of a message to be displayed in more than one form. Okay, these are two type: compile time and runtime. This is compile time also consists of two type, that is function overloading and that is operator overloading. In function overloading, we have multiple methods but different number of arguments. For example, if in this the function name is same but we have different number of arguments, that is, and here is only one argument is there and there is two argument. So this is, we can say, function overloading. In that is operator overloading, uh, we uh, we use we allow to define the behavior of operators for the user defined data types. So so these are the operator which does not we can say which does not overload compile time, that is dot operator, scope operator, ternary operator, and size of operator. The choice of the overload is determined at the runtime based on the operands. A runtime polymorphism is concept of virtual function, and virtual function is a function in a base class that is marked with a virtual keyword and can be overridden by the derived class. So virtual function is used to avoid the function of overriding. So let me explain the virtual function with the help of this class, that is a class A. We have this class A. In this we have an function f1, that is this is f1 of class A, and another that is virtual function. Whenever we write the virtual keyword before this function, the late winding, that is late winding will be occur. If we do not write any virtual keyword, the early winding will be occurred. And when we write a virtual function, a pointer will be initializing, which is pointing to the our vtable. What is vtable? Vtable is storing addresses of the all this function, that is address of f1, f2, f3, and f4. This will store the address of the that function. And another, when we create another class of which is derived from class A, then we will have this we have both this vptr function pointer and the vtable, and in this vtable we will store the function of the addresses. There are f2, f3, and f4. F1 will be not displayed because early byting will be takes place because virtual keyword is not written before the function declaration. So this is the concept of virtual function.